Welcome back, trainers, and we have a very fun, exciting, interesting video here. We're going to be ranking up, getting to that next level, as well as showcasing this team in the Remix Cup, which is going to consist of Toxicroak, Sableye, and Melmetal. Now, kind of a squishy team here. And yes, it is kind of squishy. We have some very big vulnerabilities, which is going to be the Melmetal to fighting, as well as ground, Toxicroak to psychic, and then Charm to Sableye. That Charm is going to be doing big damage. And the Dark move, Foul Play, is not really doing much to those fairy types unless we're able to get to Return, which is going to take some time. But then we do have Toxicroak, which is going to be part Poison, getting stabbed from the Sludge Bomb, which will be doing big damage, pretty much almost one-shotting most of the fairies, and making do with not taking super effective, and then the Melmetal to resist Charm. So it is a pretty good team. If you get a good lead, you're looking good. Now, speaking of leads, and let's go ahead and discuss this really quick, and you're going to see some crazy good leads consistently happening over and over again. Really amazing. So I've been told, and I've mentioned this before, that I want everybody to understand that if you cannot come back from a bad lead, you swap, you get countered, and this is happening quite frequently to you. Don't get discouraged. Well, I mean, you can get discouraged. It is very frustrating, but don't think that you are horrible, because it's clear as day that a lot of these situations you cannot work your way out of. It's just the way it is sometimes, all right? Definitely can come back from horrible situations, but if you're hard countered 2 times, it's going to make it very difficult. Now, why am I saying this over again, since we did talk about this a few videos back? Well, you're going to see how some of my opponents are going to get so hard countered that they just pretty much just back out instantly because they realize that there's nothing they can do. Now, these are experienced trainers. They have been legend in the past season, and they are now reached the expert rank. So, I mean, they know what they're doing, okay? And you're going to see this is crazy what happens. So right here, we're taking a look at one of the few battles we're going to lose. Now, the sets today were absolutely beautiful, as you may have can tell by the title and then me saying we're going to rank up. We went 4-1, 3-2, 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. Just a sweep today. And a few of those battles were just me making errors. Just, and that's just the way it goes, all right? So after this battle, we'll go ahead and get into the full commentary. I just wanted to explain that. We have a long video. I've been bringing you guys those long videos. Please give it a big thumbs up if you do like those. It really does help me out. And with that said, let's get into it. Starting it off here, we're going to be leading with Toxicroak the entire time. Bad lead up against the Jellicent. We can go Mud Bomb, but it's not really going to help us, and counter is not very effective, so we have to swap. Sableye can take it out, but we're not going into that because they're going to simply swap and potentially go into a Charm user. So what we're going to do is just stay here. Although I don't, I guess people can run Jellicent and a Charm user. I suppose that would make sense. 2 things to go up against a fighter type. So anyway, swapping into Melmetal here. We're just going to be doing the Rock Slide thing. And they are lowering our attack like crazy. We did get a shield out of them, and we're able to get another one of these through, which is fine. So what that's going to equal is us being able to go in here and farm down with our Sableye. But since they're so low, it's not, it's okay. I guess we're still going to get some farm, but it's not really worthwhile the farm that we're going to get out of this. So down they go. All right. I was even contemplating going in with Toxicroak, but they would have surely gotten off a Bubble Beam and lower our attack there. So they're going to be bringing in Registeel here. So we're going to shield this up using our first shield, swapping into Toxicroak, and they have a Mandibuzz back here. So it may not look the best, but we still are going to be able to pull this off. They have a flying move, Aerial Ace, which is horrible flying move, but nonetheless super effective and getting stabbed. Mandibuzz doesn't have the best attack. That's doing a lot of damage, as you can see. We are letting it go through because we want to just have that one go through. We will shield this one up, able to survive it. The quick moves on Mandibuzz are not really doing much. We need to get that last shield, so we go for the Mud Bomb here. And we're getting that last shield. Fantastic. While our counter is actually doing neutral damage because it is going to be dark type. Sableye's move is not very effective. We have a lot of energy. They're bringing in that Registeel, and here we go. It's the race to the finish here. Are we going to be able to spam this thing into oblivion? Good thing we held on to our charge moves here. There goes 1 foul play. Number 2 foul play. Shadow clawing it down, holding on to decent energy. There's no way it can take us out at this point, and we simply get to the foul play, hit a couple of those bubbles, and we're going to be taking the win here. Looking good. We were having a great day, folks. Let's keep it moving here, and soon we will be an expert. All right. Are we going to shoot for Legend? Like I always say, if it happens, it happens. Met with a fantastic lead up against Obstagoon. They're going to be going into Wigglytuff, and we're going to go ahead and counter them with that Melmetal here. So let's see if they're going to be able to pull themselves out of this situation. Now, This is great for me. Maybe want to come out of this with energy, but I don't think I'm going to. Because we can get off a superpower, which would basically one-shot the Obstagoon here. So let's see if we're actually going to be able to do that. Or if they're even going to come in with something else. I would assume Obstagoon, yeah, so they can do that super effective counter. We're able to get to a superpower. Watch this, folks. I think we get it through. One-shotting the Obstagoon, and they have a Alolan Ninetales in the back. So, oof, this is a pretty interesting situation, but let's go ahead and go over what we were talking about in the beginning of the video. Now the Melmetal's gone, we have a Charm User and a Sableye in the back. What do? Not the best situation, but it is actually not that bad if you think about it. Since we're doing so much damage with our counter, we're burning these shields here. What we're technically going to do is just go in here and farm down with Sableye's Shadow Claw. It's doing neutral damage to it, so we'll be looking pretty good. I thought I had more energy on the Melmetal. I thought I might be able to get off a Rock Slide, but apparently not. So we go in there with Shadow Claw and still take the win, taking super effective from the Charm, but their health was low enough to take them down. And here we go. The Bastiodon leads start going bananas. And you're going to see they start going even crazier towards the end. So they're going to be swapping into their Meganium. We wanted to get a shield, in which we did right there. I think I may let this go through. Oh, never mind. We're shielding it up. Okay, not brave enough. Want to hold on to that health. Swapping into our Sableye here. And I do believe we do let this go through. We absolutely don't want to use another shield quite yet. And what we need from this situation right here, folks, is to come out on top. Okay, they double shielded, and you know what? We need to do the same. We need to get that Toxicroak lined back up with the Bastiodon and make sure it does not get lined up with some sort of flyer. We have the Melmetal in the back, so we're going to be looking good. Something that will be giving us trouble for this team once the Sableye is gone is going to be 100% Metachamp for sure. When Sableye is down, this team's going to have a little bit of a difficulty going up against it. So we go into Toxicroak, we instantly swap as we've seen they did too, and there is that flyer that we were saying that they would have. We're going to be resisting everything the Altaria throws at us, but we can't get too greedy with the hoarding of the energy because Dragon Pulse, yeah, in the Sky Attack, you know, it does chip away. Melmetal is squishy in the Great League. That is, you know, Pokemon that have high CP and are in the Great League take a lot of damage because of that. Alright, so they're going to be backing out after that. Fantastic, taking the win. And a lot of these battles are actually going to be going kind of quick because our opponents do back out, and we don't even see their third one most of the time. So they're going to be swapping from that Berserker, that Great League that we had, into a Jellicent, and you know, we're going to go ahead and bring out that Sableye, and this is a fantastic Pokemon to go up against it. They're letting it go through, in which we're going to absolutely let it go through as well, expecting that Shadow Ball does a lot of damage. Even though we are part Dark, we are Ghost, which takes super effective from that, and they're bringing back the Berserker. We're able to get to a Foul Play. This is awesome. Just doing that massive damage, bringing them into the red here, and now we can go ahead and bring in Toxicroak. Now, we could technically let this go through, but I was thinking Iron Head, and I kind of want to just keep the health on this thing. We know close combat's not very effective, but that move still does hurt. They have an Alolan Ninetales in the back, and basically looking good. Swapping into Melmetal, resisting the Charm, and we're just going to go ahead and spam these Rock Slides. This team has been amazing. Once you get that good lineup, it really does just run over your opponent's team here. So they're going for that Weather Ball. We're saving that shield. They're just going to Thunder Shock it down at this point. And we're going to take the win. They do back out, looking good. Alrighty, on to our next opponent. Like I said, we're going to be leading with Toxicroak the entire time here. And we're going to be met with a Meganium. This is interesting, to say the least. Frenzy Plant, we can survive it comfortably. And make sure you're counting, because if they get to an Earthquake, they build up to an Earthquake, well, that will take you out. But if they just go up to a Frenzy, you can let that go through if you know how many it takes there. So we do let it go through, saving ourselves a shield, and they do not budge on their shield. But this Mud Bomb will be enough, or at least the counter right after it. So they are going to use a shield, and I think we are going to double up as well. Well, this is our first one, actually. All right, and they're swapping right into a Politoed. And unfortunately, they're able to get to that Weather Ball before we're able to get off our Mud Bomb. Man, Politoed is so spammy. Wow, that thing is incredible. So we're going to go ahead and get to our little Mud Bomb here, getting their shield, and then swapping, kind of just maybe preserving a few counters that we can sneak into something, who knows, and going into our Sableye here to just kind of absorb that Weather Ball. Knowing that they don't have any more shields, this is going to be almost enough to take them out. One more Shadow Claw, beautiful, down they go. We still have Melmetal, so if they do have a Metacham, nope, no Metacham. Well, we would have been looking good if they did. But they're going to be swapping to catch this here, and seeing that we do have the Melmetal with Superpower, this is basically our game here. So they're going to use their energy. Fantastic. kind of need to look out for Thunder, I suppose, but they don't have enough time to build up all that energy. So what we're going to do is just go for Superpower instantly, swap into Toxicroak. I like this combo I do here. So Superpower, swap, counter, counter, and take the win with Toxicroak. Beautiful. Nice and clean there. Moving on to our next opponent, and it's going to be a Deoxys. So this could be a big problem. Because they can double up on Psycho Boost, and even though they do lower their attack by using it the first time and you shield it up using your Toxicroak, that second one is still going to be devastating because of your typing, fighting, and poison, so it doesn't really matter. They have Thunderbolt. Okay, so they definitely have Thunderbolt and Rock Slide, so Rock Slide's not very effective. That's why they go for Thunderbolt, and I feel like I kind of want to win this matchup here. That might be their only counter user, so technically that's their fighter, I suppose. Sableye does have a great matchup against it, but I think I just want to win that matchup. They swap, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Sableye here. Let's see if it was worth using 2 shields to save the Toxicroak for whatever reason I decided there. So we're not in the best position around, like I said. If we see a Metachamp back there, yeah, our Sableye's done. It's not going to be great, so they're going to be using their energy here. And what are we going to do? I think we do enter in with Toxicroak, get off that Mud Bomb, because by the time we get to a Rock Slide, I think they'd be able to get to another Foul Play, just do some big damage to our Melmetal. We don't really want that to happen. Swapping and farming down with the remainder health on that Sableye. They're bringing in a Meganium here. Now, I want you to witness my mistake. I think it may be a mistake. So let's see. So we go for Rock Slide. What I technically should have done is built up to 2 superpowers here and then just thrown those back to back. I was just too nervous that they may have thrown an Earthquake, and yeah, so close. I guess you can't win them all, but you know what it is. They go for Earthquake, take us out. Toxicroak comes in here. This is a frenzy. They're going to be able to take us out. What 2 superpowers would have been better? Or the Rock Slide superpower like I did? Oh well, it is what it is, because you do lower your attack, and then the second one's not as strong. On to our next opponent. Horrible lead. Oh boy, let's see if we're going to be able to come back from this one. They swap into a Gengar after we do bring in our Sableye, and that put a smile on my face, like that Gengar that you see over there, because this is great for us. We don't necessarily take super effective damage from Shadow Claw. Shadow Punch is going to hurt, so we are going to go ahead and shield that up. Expecting another one here, but I do double up because we can pretty much win this battle if I think they have what I think they have in the bag. So we've seen the Altaria. We want to get matched up with the Melmetal with it, and I see their last Pokemon is a Registeel, so yeah, this is fantastic. We do have no more shields, but that's perfectly fine. Flash Cannon's not going to take out Toxicroak in one hit, and Superpower, or not Superpower, Focus Blast is not very effective. So they're retreating with energy on that Registeel and a shield left, and we're going to go ahead and swap into our Melmetal here. We're getting the last shield out of their Altaria, which is fantastic. And I think I do get a bit greedy here when I do gain some energy. So we farm a little bit more, they get to another one, and I got a little nervous, but at the same time I knew it wasn't going to KO, so I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Let's not get too greedy here farming up, right? But what I wanted to do is kind of have a superpower ready, so it's not going to really happen, but watch what happens here. All right, so they don't throw right away because, well, they needed a little bit more energy, and I also caught them off surprise here with the Sableye, so yeah, taking the win there, just throwing it in and going with the foul play, and coming out victorious. On to our next opponent. We're met with the Sableye. This is not really great. It could be worse. It could be a confusion user. So we're just going to go ahead and hold our ground and just go with the Mud Bombs up against it, because Sludge Bomb's not very effective because of the Ghost typing. So we're going to go ahead and swap after they do get that off. Basically, we got a shield out of them. That's fine. And we're just going in with our Sableye here. And they are going to be staying in and letting that Sableye take the damage. Do believe we want to shield this up. And I'm really hoping there's not going to be a fairy that comes in right after this. Nope, it's a counter user. An Escavalier, as a matter of fact. So that is absolutely amazing, because guess what? We have a Registeel back there, which would have not wanted to see this. Although Superpower and Rock Slide still do good damage to it. We're letting it go through, barely surviving that drill run, but we take him out. And here we go. What are they going to come in here with? It's going to be a Golbat. Oh boy, this is great. Now, I kind of got a bit nervous because I was thinking, are they going to be able to get to 2 Shadow Balls here? Because that's going to be able to do a lot of damage here. After these wing attacks that are not very effective, it should almost be able to take us out. So we're going to go ahead and shield this first one up. And it is a Shadow Ball, so good call. We have no more shields over there. Getting off this Rock Slide, and this is going to do a lot to the Golbat. Almost KOing, and there's the back out. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Melmetal, at the end there. All right. I think this is going to be the shortest battle, one of the shortest battles we've ever done, other than I think somebody just backing out instantly. So we make that hard counter swap. They're like, nope, no bueno, we're good. I already know where this is going. Not happening. So to the people that were telling me that I suck because I can't build a team that can't, you know, come back from being hard countered like that, well, I mean, you're basically telling that to your own community here, because people know better and they know exactly what's going on, all right? So anyways, we're going to go ahead and swap into our Melmetal up against this Mandibuzz, and it is just a good thing for us here. That's doing some decent damage, and they're going to be able to get 2 of these back-to-back. Caught me off by surprise. I wasn't counting there. It does really add up quick with that quick move that they do have. So we're going for another Rock Slide. And they're letting it go through, holding on to both shields and coming in with their Jellicent. Very interesting play here. And this is going to be great for us. We're just going to come back in here with our Sableye and, yeah, start putting in the work. And thinking that this was a Bubble Beam, we would maybe be able to survive it, but it is a Shadow Ball. They're just going to take us out there and bringing in the Sableye. Once they see that, they start attacking for a little bit, and then they do the back out thing, and we're looking fantastic. Okay, let's keep it moving here, folks. See what we have going on. And an Obstagoon lead. Let's go with these nice leads. They're swapping into a Ninetales, and we're going to go right into our Melmetal and start throwing those rocks at it. Shatter that glass over there. Or should I say ice. So doing a ton of damage and almost getting to another one here. We're absolutely going to let this go through. I think this is a very interesting battle. They kind of want to win the swap here. So they're kind of like tricking me. They're like, well, we'll get low health. And then they start shielding up everything. And then I go for superpower. I don't know why I do this. And then they shield up again. Yeah, and I'm thinking, what the heck? Okay, you just double shielded your Ninetales. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So we're going to go ahead and throw in our Toxicroak and shield this up. They're going to swap into their Wigglytuff. We have already gained energy. Here we go. This is exactly what I was talking about right here. Sludge Bomb, pretty much one-shotted there. Beautiful. And an Obstagoon. There it is. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get off this Mud Bomb here because, well, the counters are pretty much putting in all the work for us and almost able to take it out with counter. I think we shielded up just because I want the Toxicroak to sweep this team potentially here. What you got in the back? We don't even get to see it, and we take the win. Thank you, Toxicroak. Let's go. All right, on to our next one. Got quite a few more battles here for you folks, and we are met with a bad lead. So we're getting our fair share of good leads, and we certainly are getting our fair share of bad leads, okay? So let's see what we've got. Gonna swap into Melmetal here, and they're staying into the fight. Sounds good to me. Now, I do believe we shield this up. We're expecting a Shadow Ball. That would have done big damage, so good call. Let's see if they want to shield right back at us. Otherwise, we'll do a lot of damage. Oh, right, almost taking them out, too, if they let that go through. And they are using that shield. Perfect. We're going to let this go through, absolutely. And barely surviving to get off the Rock Slide. This is huge right here. Fantastic. And we're taking them out, winning this. Both using a shield, so that is just perfect. They're going to be coming in with a Tropius. Okay. Oh, boy. So remember what we were talking about, how double flyers are going to be bad for us once the Melmetal is gone? Well, here you go. You're going to be able to bear witness to that. Exactly what I was talking about. So we're letting this one go through, still holding on to a shield here. And now we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Because, well, you know, Toxicroak is not going to be doing too much. If we get to a Sludge Bomb, sure, but more than likely they'll shield it up. And we're not looking great here. So we're taking them out. They have an Altaria in the back, and I just instantly back out. So my turn to back out, folks. Yep, there he goes. Poke is backing out. Yep, I sure am. Don't need to waste anybody's time. All right, so we're taking that 4 wins there. I don't think we're going to be showing that from here on out. I just wanted to show you the score, and we're just going to be going up from here on out, folks. Let's keep it moving. Sky's the limit. And we're met with a great lead. Shadow Abomasnow. They're swapping into a Cresselia, and we're going to go ahead and bring in that Sableye here. Now, this is okay. Okay, it's okay. It's risky as well. You have the chance of hitting or getting hit by a Moonblast, which is super effective. We're calling it and letting it go through. It is a Grass Knot. Good call. But we are going to use a shield now. We want to stay alive. We were figuring it might be another Grass Knot, but that's, you know, that's a good shield usage here. We're going to be putting on the pressure. They're not using a shield. We take them out. So 1-to-1 shield, fantastic. They're bringing in that Abomasnow. We're able to get off a foul play. Oh, we're in a good place. Melmetal's going to have a nice matchup against it. Toxicroak is certainly going to have a good matchup against it, although we are going to be taking neutral damage while Melmetal's taking not very effective from everything. Do believe I want to go in here with Toxicroak. They instantly swap into that Medicham, and here we go again. Once the Melmetal is gone, we'll have trouble with Flyers. Once the Sableye is gone, we're going to have trouble with Medicham, as we were describing. And here you go. I wanted you to see this as well. So calling that Psychic, big call there. Going to be going for the Sludge Bomb. It's going to do a lot of damage. Melmetal is going to have a very hard time. So we're able to get that through. That's beautiful. All their shields are gone. They have no health left. And they're going for a Psychic. Down goes the Toxicroak. In comes Melmetal, taking them out with the Thunder Shock. In comes the Abomasnow. And, well, we've won this match here. Fantastic. Going for a Superpower and taking the win. Remember to take a shot every time I say fantastic, guys. Thought you were hip to the game here. All right, so on to our next one. And I think this is where the Bastodon ridiculousness begins. I'm not complaining. You use Bastodon, please, every day and lead with it. All you want. My Mawile loves it. My Toxicroak loves it. We all around like that lead. So we are up against another Sableye here. Ours is a little bit better as far as IVs are concerned. So we're going to be able to have that priority when it comes to charge moves. And we're getting off that foul play. Okie dokie. They're using a shield, and I think I want to match them as well. We kind of want to come out on top of this matchup so we can be aligned with that Bastodon again, because we did have such a great lead. All right, so we're taking out that Sableye. We still have a decent amount of health left, and we're going to go ahead and take the win. Our opponent backs out there. All right, that's kind of the gist of what we're going to be seeing here. We are going to see also some battles being played through all the way. And we have another great lead with the Vigoroth here. Niantic, I just have to say, got to give a shout out to you guys for hooking me up in the algorithm today. It was absolutely flawless. Just beautiful. I love the bad leads. I love the good leads. But man, oh man, our team sure did work out just beautiful. All right, so we're going to be going up against that Jellicent, throwing in our Sableye here and going for that foul play after they did swap. We still have 2 shields and they only have 1 left. Do believe we want to shield up the Sableye here. Okay, and farm down. Can we farm? Oh, beautiful. All right, what are they going to bring in? I think it is going to be... What was that? I forgot what that was. Oh, Vigoroth. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely not going for the return. No need for that. Just going to hit the foul play and take them out. And they have a Ninetales in the back. So we're going to go ahead and just go for the foul play and bait that we have the return. But they're not going to be shielding up, which is perfectly fine. Swapping into our Toxicroak here, just to absorb the energy that they're going to throw at us, because we do have the Melmetal to handle that thing. And we're bringing back in the Sableye for some reason, just to put on more pressure. I think we just want to entertain if we can get through this without using the Melmetal. Nope, definitely not. We're going to let this go through, and then Melmetal will... Oh, all right. Well, I take that back. You see what they just did there? They undercharged. So if you're not hip to what that is, basically you don't hit all the bubbles. You do less damage so that you're going to be able to farm them down with your quick move, therefore yielding you more energy for the next Pokemon, so you can have an advantage. So what I did was simply shield up, and I just took advantage of that undercharge, and just went with the Sableye. Okay, great. On to our next opponent. We're met with a Politoed, and this is a meh. It's not really that great. Spamming fast with the Weather Ball. As you can see, it just did an absolute ton of damage. One more is going to take us out, so we're going to have to shield this here. But we are putting on a lot of pressure with the counter, I suppose. Just hoping we get to that Mud Bomb, and we do, before they're able to get to another Weather Ball here. And we get no shields out of them. But we did get 1 already, so I guess that's okay. And we're going to go ahead and let this Toxicroak go down for now. Melmetal and Sableye can handle themselves quite well. They kind of complement each other. Alright, so Toxicroak is going to be very helpful to this team, but Melmetal does have superpower as well. So they're going to be bringing in that Medicham, in which we're going to go ahead and go in here with Sableye, letting that Ice Punch go through, and they have a Ninetales in the back there. So, oh, I was so tempted to go for the return, but I figured that they're going to want to shield this up, seeing that the Sableye is going to absolutely destroy the Medicham back there. So what we're going to do is shield up as well, and just hope, come on, that we're going to be able to, this is not going to KO, but Shadow Claws, a couple, come on, come on, come on. All right, can we get to it? Oh my gosh, that was so close. So unfortunately, I do believe we're going to lose this battle as well. And I think I back out here in a second. After I get off this rock slide, I'm like, man, whatever. And no, we're going to go down with the ship, looks like. Psych. Oh, okay. I get maybe that, what is that? Ice Punch? Okay, yeah. So yeah, good game. You got me. On to our next one here. We're going to be met with a Cast Form Sunny. So this is okay. Yeah, we're going to be able to win CMP up against it. We're getting to our charge move first here, and this is super effective. Their Weather Ball is certainly going to be hurting us right back with neutral damage, and we are going to shield it up to just kind of outpace them for this matchup here. Melmetal doesn't really want to see that fire type user, and I'm okay with not having shields if we do have the swap advantage, while the Toxicroak has minimal health when the next Pokemon does come in, so they can't farm too much. But they do something a little sneaky here in just a moment. They retreat with that cast form, holding on to some energy to catch this Mud Bomb with their Deoxys. So this right here gave me a very good window of opportunity to win. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our Sableye. Since we did do that damage with the Toxicroak, we're able to take them out with one foul play. This is just great for us here. They're bringing back that cast form, and I'm expecting that Weather Ball, which is actually going to do a lot of damage, but still holding on kind of nice and taking them down with that farm. And they have a Whiscash in the back, so we're just going to go ahead and throw this return here, and I do believe swap. Oh, we can't swap yet. Okay, we're just going to have to do as much damage as we can. They're going to throw their energy because they knew we were about to get to a foul play. That return did a ton, right? Yeah, definitely pretty nice. So please tell me don't. Okay, I was like, please tell me I don't go in Toxicroak. Oh, we're catching. Yeah, oh boy, there was our win con. Yeah, a couple of Mud Bombs would have been able to take out Melmetal. So that catch with the Toxicroak, absolutely chef's kiss. Let's go. All right, on to our next opponent here. Got a few more battles for you coming towards the end of the video, and I think the Bastiodon leads are going to start rolling in. Hard countered by our Sableye once they swapped into that Shadow Hypno, and, well, you could imagine the big smile I had on my face. They're able to get to their charge move, which we're just going to laugh and shrug off, and no problem taking out that Hypno with an invisible Shadow Claw. Let's see what they want to enter back into the battle with. I'm going to call the Bastiodon. There it is. Okay, so right now we're just doing extra damage. If they get to a charge move, it doesn't matter. We're not worried about it at all. Now, what could be a problem is if they do have, say, I don't know, Medicham in the back like we've discussed. Once the Sableye is gone, well, it's not going to be looking great. So I have to be a little cautious here. Do I want to shield, preserve the health? I do, in case there is a Medicham in there. Well, lo and behold, we have a freaking Medicham. Okay, so we kind of need to be very careful. All right, we're getting their shield. Beautiful. Everything's going as planned. And I don't think they really want to take the risk. So we have to build up to the Sludge Bomb and bait again. Because we can't risk getting a shield going for the Sludge Bomb. That's too much energy. All right, so at this point, I'm just going for the Mud Bomb because I'm getting nervous that they're about to hit that Psychic and take me out here. And that's exactly what happened. So they're going to be going for their charge move. I was not going to be able to make it to the Sludge, so that was a good call on my end. I need to get to a Rock Slide. Okay, beautiful. So long as they don't get off a charge move here, we're looking great. In comes the Bastiodon. We're going to be able to get to a Superpower before they can, and we take the... You know what? Did they get off that energy before they retreat? I didn't even remember. Okay, well, whatever, we take the win. Looking good. On to our next opponent. We're going to be met with another Bastiodon. What did I say? These things are going to start just rolling in. And they're swapping into that Pelipper over there. I despise that Pokemon. I really do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for that Rock Slide. This is a good matchup for us, although Weather Ball is going to be quite annoying. And I feel a bit of hesitance in the air with this trainer. I feel like they're going to shield twice. So we're going to prepare for that and do the same. We want to come out on that matchup again up against the Bastiodon with our Toxicroak. Like we described, we want to get matched up with that again. And so long as Sableye and Toxicroak are side by side, we should be okay. And shields are down. We'll be able to get off Sludge Bombs onto Fairy types as well as returns. So we're not going to just be getting charmed down into oblivion. So they have a Mew. Look at that. Very interesting lag. So we're going to be getting to our Rock Slide here. And this is going to be doing some nice damage. Now, a little concerned because... Wild Charge, shields down, and that's not great. They're going to be hurting us quite a bit. So expecting that, there's the Wild Charge. And then they do retreat into their Bastiodon. We go ahead and swap into our Toxicroak here, and things are going to be looking great. Basically, the Sableye is going to be able to take them out. We're going to get through this, and they're going to be kind of forced to throw that energy. So that's why they didn't throw it right away, if you're wondering why they didn't hit it. Because, well, they would have lowered their stats, and they needed more energy to take out the Sableye in the back, and they knew that. So, good game. Awesome. On to our next opponent. Another Bastiodon. Wow, let's go. And they're making a swap into Roserade, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Sableye here. It's just my first instinct thinking that, Weather Ball, Melmetal wouldn't like that. We're shielding a Leaf Storm. Big call there. And yeah, gonna go ahead and take them out. We are down a shield, and they're bringing back that Bastodon. Okay, very interesting. Let's see what we have going on next. Just gonna keep hitting these foul plays and absolutely not use that last shield. If they want to farm us to the bitter end, by all means, be my guest. We're going to keep throwing these foul plays until you are no more. And they are going to throw that energy. Farming down's not such a good idea. Going for that flamethrower. Going to be bringing in Toxicroak. They have a charm user in the back. In comes Melmetal. And we're peachy. We're peachy, folks. Looking good. All right, all bets down. What is the next lead going to be? Bastodon? Let's see. Let's see. It is a Altaria. Okay, hey, there you go. Finally, we have a horrible lead. See if we can come out of it. They're going to be swapping into Gengar, into our Sableye. And this is a X-Legend here, so they know what they're doing. Going for a Shadow Punch, and we're shielding it up because we want to preserve our health, seeing that they use one as well. Bringing in that Altaria, and we're just going to give them a little present and go for the return here. Just a little treat, doing a ton of damage. Beautiful. Expecting them to farm us down here. And we'll just come back in here with the Melmetal, absorb what they're throwing at us, and looking great. And as soon as they see it, they back out. Maybe even threw the phone into the couch. I would hope. Who knows? Nonetheless, we're looking good. Look at what we have going on here, folks. We were able to rank up. We graduated, folks. We're going from 3rd grade to 4th grade. We did it. All right. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.